Everyone gasped and looked at me somewhat funny, as if they knew what was in store for me. I had to stop for a second and try my best not to think bad thoughts. After Mr. Scott's speech, we went to our classrooms. I opened the door to a big, lonely room. There were boxes everywhere, which I assumed were from last year's teacher. I decided to set up my bulletin board. There was so much to do, and I had never set one up before. It took me 6 hours to set up my room, and even then, it still was not complete. I did have to stop a few times because we had several meetings with the assistant principal, Ms. Crow. She seemed nice but stern and reminded everyone to be strict. She also warned us not to crack a smile on the first day of school. I could not believe that we could not smile. I noticed Mr. King attended most of the meetings that I did and realized he must be an 8th grade teacher as well. As I sat during each meeting, I could not wait for either the principal or the dean to shut up, as I had so much work to do in setting up my classroom. I did not leave school until 7:30 that night. When I arrived home, I told Billy all about my first day. "Billy, everyone gave me a weird look when I told them I was teaching 8E. It was almost as if they were warning me." "You are being ridiculous. Way too dramatic. You didn't even meet your students yet," Billy replied. "I'm so worried. My first teaching job, I don't want to be bad at it." "Stop thinking negative thoughts and relax. You are going to be a great teacher. Your students are lucky to have you." With that said, he hugged me and I felt assured that I would be fine. I had one more day of orientation. It went quite fast, with one meeting after another. I hardly had any time to spend in my classroom. The weekends also sped by. Labor Day was sad and painful. I had jitters all day because I knew I would meet my students the next day, and that it could be great or awful. I told myself to get all the negative thoughts out of my head, and that I must enter the school with great expectations. Billy held me all night long. He was like my teddy bear, comforting me, as he knew I was nervous. The next thing I knew, the alarm rang. My adventure would soon begin. Everyone gasped and looked at me somewhat funny, as if they knew what was in